Let's see what the people have to say, because I'm confused. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, it's nighttime. It's very late actually. But I wanted to talk to you guys. I literally wanted to talk to you guys, not in real time, but as close to real time as we can get, because I just finished Beach Read by Emily Henry. And I don't know how I feel about this at all. I was listening to it in my last video that you guys saw of like a reading vlog / eating dinner with me type of a video. I haven't finished editing that video yet, so I have no idea what it's titled, but I guess I'll screenshot it right here so you guys can see what video I'm talking about. Because by the time you see this, that video would have gone up. But nonetheless, the point is, I literally just finished Beach Read. I was 80% done with it yesterday, so I finished the remaining 20% today. I listened and read it at the same time, and I just don't know. I wanted to talk this out with you guys fresh upon finishing it, which I'm actually also surprised I want to do this, but I feel like this was a book that was like super hyped up for me to read. So like, I don't know if it's partially like my fault for like having like insanely high expectations for this book and disappointing myself. I don't know what it is, but I can't say I loved this book. So what I like to do when I'm done with a book, I like to log it on Storygraph. If you guys don't know what Storygraph is, you need to get it. It's an absolutely amazing app. I would definitely do some sort of a video talking about like my favorite apps that I like to use, but I love Storygraph for tracking what I've read and so forth. But as soon as I'm done reading it, I like to log that I finished it. And one thing that I've done this year that I didn't do consistently last year is go ahead and put my rating into Storygraph, my star rating. That way I can get a very accurate rating when we get to the end of the month and do the wrap-ups and so forth. So I've been a little bit more conscientious of using more of the features on Storygraph, right? Rather than just saying currently reading and done. I'm trying to use it a little bit more. Nonetheless, I literally just put that I finished it and I put my rating, and right now it is sitting at a 3.5. And so then I got curious. This is something I don't typically do with all books, but I got curious. I was like, what do other people think of this book? Like, I thought this was supposed to be like a fantastic book, and me personally, I was disappointed. You know, I always wonder, like, is it just because romance is just not my favorite genre of books? But I've read some great romance books that I've loved. In fact, some of my all-time favorite books are romance books, like the Knock 'Em Out series by Lucy Score. 3 of my all-time favorite books, like hands down, I mean, goated, okay? Those are fantastic. Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Fabulous. I love that book. 7 Year Slip, I'm looking at my books. 7 Year Slip, I just finished recently. Absolutely loved that one as well. But anyways, the point is, this was a book that I was like super excited to read and listen to because I thought I was gonna love it. Now, let me tell you what I did really love about the book. I'm all over the place, and that's because I literally decided in this moment we're doing this video. So this is really like, there was no forethought into this video, like no forethought. So you're really gonna hear the rambliest rambles tonight. I'm sorry. What things that I loved about Beach Read? I love the banter in the book. The banter was phenomenal. It was so conversational. It felt good to easily follow a dialogue, and you can just feel it going back and forth very organically. It was very feel good. The banter was awesome. It was lighthearted. It was funny in all the right ways. There were so many like funny, humorous moments in the banter that made it so awesome, right? It was so good. That's pretty much all I loved. I guess for someone that's looking for a lighthearted rom-com feel that's very predictable, no plot twists, no turns, then this is your book, I suppose. I don't know why I thought, even knowing that it was like a rom-com, it was a beach read, things like that, people just simply hyped this book up to be amazing. So I don't know, I guess I just thought there would be more. I don't know what I thought. I don't know, to be very honest, what possessed me to like think of this as a 5-star read. maybe I set myself up for failure. I don't know, but I want to read through some of these Storygraph reviews because I'm just curious to hear other people's thoughts. I'm really curious to hear what the others have to say. Now, I typically don't always do this. Sometimes if it's like a book where there's some twists or things that I'm not 100% sure about, or just curious about how other people figured out different things in the book, I'll go read and see the ones that have the spoilers in them because I would have just read the book so I can, read through that. But like, I'm really reading this to see why did people like this book? And that makes me feel so bad, but like, I need to know. Let's see, this person, 5-star, okay. This other person said 5-star, one of my all-time favorites. I reread this book at least once a year. Just a wonderful feel-good rom-com. It was feel-good, that's for sure, but it also just wasn't, I don't know, it was a little boring. Like, yeah, it was feel-good, but it was also boring. But let's keep going. This person gave it a 4.5 stars. Flaws of characters the main focus. Yes, lovable characters. Yes, diverse cast of characters. Yes. No, it wasn't a diverse cast of characters. Like, what do you mean? Okay, next review. 3.0 stars. Okay, this one's a 5-star here. This rom-com is a dream come true for an English major or any bookworm looking for some escapism. It's a great summer read with beautiful descriptions, heartwarming moments, and characters grappling with their pasts. Now, to that point, I agree. I do think getting an opportunity to hear the characters' backstories and their past and how they are, who they are, is very nice. And it is cute that for people that are writers and authors or anything in the English major realm, this book is good because it talks about them having writer's block. These are both successful authors that literally have writer's block and they have to push through it. And there's personal barriers. There's so many things that are adding into this writer's block, right? So watching them having to unpack it really was fun to see, but also it's just like, for me personally, like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I see the vision. All right, let's see. This person gave it a 4.0 stars. I really enjoyed this. I'm not a huge romance girly, but I wanted to switch it up, and I'm glad Beach Read was the book I took a chance on. That's good. 4 stars. This person said there was not a diverse cast of characters. I agree. 3 stars. Someone put in all caps, this is what y'all have been hyping up. What are we doing? This is mid. People we meet on vacation was better. Okay, that one I actually am going to put a hold in Libby for. People we meet on vacation. I have heard really good things about that one. And I'm not the type of person where if I didn't enjoy one book by an author, I'm not going to read their other books, because I feel like what I love about reading is certain books hit certain people in different ways. Like, we're not all going to have the same experiences. Like, I know people that I've recommended books to that when they read the book, they didn't love it as much as I did, right? Or I've recommended books that I was like, hey, these are kind of cool. And they loved the books, like, way more than I did, And so I think that's the beauty of reading and just finding what you like, because everyone's different. Everyone has their different tastes and different things that they look for. And that's what makes it beautiful. For some people, this is a 5-star. This is something that was life-changing for them. That was so fun. And for others, it's like, okay, this was cute, keeping it pushing. I don't want to discard the entire author based off of one experience. I just don't want to do that. So I have heard about People We Meet on Vacation. I wonder if that one has a higher average than this one on Storygraph. I'd be curious to look that up. We're going to look that up in a minute. But anyways, let's keep reading more reviews because I'm kind of invested. This one's a 5-star. Made me cry in a good way about 4 different times. Now, here's the thing. I'm not an emotional reader. Like, very few books have made me really want to cry. I think books that have brought me, not even to tears, but just like really like pulled on my heartstrings or just made me like feel deeply, are like The Yellow Wife, House of Eve, The Love Songs of W.E.B. Du Bois, Personal Librarian, The Gilded Years for sure, the Knock 'Em Out series, definitely the Knock 'Em Out series, The Midnight Library, One Italian Summer definitely did as well. The Spell Shop, oh my god, I forgot about The Spell Shop. That's like one of my all-time favorites. Like, books like that definitely like just pulled, it just got me. So I guess because I've had that feeling, for me, I know what it takes to get that feeling, and I just didn't get that with this book. But also, this isn't my favorite genre. This isn't my favorite type of book. So I have to give room to understand that, like, in general, these types of books don't necessarily evoke much out of me anyways. This one's a 3-star. It says the editor should have flagged the many instances of curl his hand around her waist. Do all romance novels have so much snark? Dang. That's not funny. That's not funny. Ooh, this is a long review, but I'm gonna read it. 3 stars. It says it was more of a meh read for me. I didn't love it, didn't hate it. I agree. While I think beach read has its charm for fans of lighthearted romantic fiction, it wasn't quite the fun, heartwarming beach read I was expecting. Yeah, I wanted more of that warmth that comes with beach reads. I feel like it wasn't warm enough. And I don't know if it was because there were so many heavier topics, like it's noted in these reviews, which is fine. I love when romance books give me more than just the romance itself, but I also feel like it was just, I don't know, I just feel like the balance of these heavier topics with what this book was intending to knock out, I don't know, man. I don't know. Something about it just isn't clicking in my head. And here's some more 5 stars. Awesome. But they don't say anything. They're just like 5 star, 5 star, 5 stars. 4 stars, great, feel good. Characters are eerily similar to those in its author's other book, People We Meet on Vacation. What do you mean it's similar? Don't tell me that. I'm gonna still read it. 3 stars, clumsy chemistry between the 2 MCs, but cute in moments, particularly. Ooh, let me not say that out loud. That's a dead giveaway. Yeah, okay. This review right here, I feel like as well some of the relationships in the novel felt very shallow. This review says it, and that's how I feel too. So I don't know if that was supposed to keep with the lightheartedness of the book, but I don't know. I feel like you can have a lighthearted book but still give your relationships between MCs that depth that we need to really feel like there is a reason why they truly love each other, fall in love with each other, stay in love with each other. I don't know. I think that's honestly probably one of the biggest things that was missing for me in this book personally. I do feel like I struggled with, their dynamic. And their dynamic runs the whole book. So maybe that's where I feel off kilter about the book entirely. It's like, it is cute, it is lighthearted, but there's no depth to it. It's like an admittance of feelings and then boom, we're head over heels for each other. Like, what do you mean? Because somebody can see your flaws, now you're in love. Is that really healthy? You know what? That's very social sciencey of me. We're not about to do that. Okay, so like this review here is a 5-star talking about like, you don't want the book to end. That's how I felt about The Gilded Years. And maybe honestly, having just finished The Gilded Years last night messed me up. I don't know, but maybe it did. Because I told y'all I had a hard time finishing that book in the sense of once it was done, I was sad. I wanted to be back in Vassar College. I wanted to be with Lottie and Anita. Like, put me back into college. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I was feeling. I'm not feeling, like, as soon as I closed the book, I was like, what in the world, bro? I hate that I didn't get that feeling from this book. I'm really upset about it. I'm really upset. Easy read. Someone said I'm in a major reading slump right now and nothing is satisfying. This book was a bit predictable and a little cheesy, but cute nonetheless. I would recommend this to someone that's kind of in a slump, actually. Like, I think this would be a very good way to like slowly get out of a reading slump if you like romance. I think if you don't like romance and you're trying to get out of a slump, avoid this book at all costs. I think it'll actually slump you further. That's terrible. I feel like I'm literally just like throwing tomatoes on this book, and that's not my intention at all. I'm just very confused and I just need to really sort out my thoughts right now, because what in the world, bro? Okay, so I'm not gonna read any more reviews. Let's see what the average rating is for People We Meet on Vacation. I'm just curious. Let's see. I don't know, guys. Like, the reason I came on here was just I didn't want to wait until the wrap up to talk about this. I didn't want to wait until another reading vlog. I simply just wanted this to be its own video about this book alone. And it's going to be a relatively short video because it's literally just this book that we're talking about. But I'd be curious to know your thoughts about this book. And let me tell you, let's go back to the actual book for a second. This is beautiful. This is stunning. I absolutely love the cover. I love this book. I think it's beautiful, okay? Like, I adore it, you know? And I got this off of Facebook Marketplace for really, really cheap. And I think it's so cute. I actually never saw the back of it. What does it say? When the world felt dark and scary, love could whisk you off to go dancing. Laughter would take some of the pain away. Beauty could punch holes in your fear. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I feel like such a butthole though, because it's like, without giving too much away, like there's so many things that happen in our main characters' lives that like truly are like deep, and like things that anyone in their positions would have a hard time trying to figure out life on the other side of, right? But I also think if your goal for the book is to be a lighthearted beach read, some of that heaviness has to be lifted. And I wish some of that weight was put into developing the relationship, putting that depth that's in their backdrops in their past into the actual relationship. Like that's the balance I need. Like I feel like I really got that sense of connection reading about their pasts, but as it related to connecting with each other and building that relationship, that just stayed right here, you know, and we really got to feel them as individuals on this level. Like we really got into the nitty-gritty with them. But their relationship to me was just like an instant connection, boom. And it's like, that's not... I think I also have to give room for the fact that I know that sometimes how I feel about a book is definitely impacted by what I read right before it. And I've been reading pretty much historical fiction, very much emotionally emotionally deep books. I'm coming off the heels of reading a lot of Black literature that has so many like good things and struggle points, but like that victorious outcome, or just like, it's just the vibe that I have been on since like the end of January all the way to now has been so different than beach read, that I feel like reading beach read, I was just like, oh. Deep heavy sigh. Okay, I'm done rambling, I'm done venting. I literally had to get this out now because I just don't know what to do, guys. And this is like my least favorite book that I've read so far this year. Like, are you kidding? I did not expect that at all. I don't know, guys. Maybe my opinion will change in the morning. It probably won't. It probably won't. I want this to be a 4-star so bad, but when I look at the things that I've rated a 4-star, it does not make sense for me to make this a 4-star. I hope you guys enjoyed me rambling about this book and finishing it. It just simply felt right to talk about it. I hope you guys know this is in no way, shape, form, or fashion intended to trash the author or anything about her at all. You know, this is just my opinion on her writing, but like, as I told you guys, I'm very much invested and ready to read more from her because I see it. You know, her writing is chef's kiss. This just wasn't the book for me plot-wise. So I can't wait to read more of Emily Henry's books. So if you guys love this book, I would love to know more about your opinions on it, why you loved it, what are some things that stood out to you about the book. If you did not enjoy this book, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on that as well. Of course, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Book Talk, on Bookstagram, all the things, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!